grow cherry tomato hydroponically. We are going to grow this cherry tomato plant hydroponically this year with our D.W.C system. And today in this video, I am going to share all the information necessary to grow tomato into the hydroponic system with a great success. Hello friends, welcome again to my channel Organic and Hydroponic Urban Grow Pro. Friends, today in this video, we are going to discuss about growing a cherry tomato plant into hydroponic system. And here you can see our cherry tomato nursery which is ready. Now to grow cherry tomato hydroponically, you first must prepare the nursery from the seed. Then you must transplant those plants into your system, and then you should nourish the system with a good amount of the nutrition. We are going to discuss all things into detail into this video. For knowing the details, please stay connected to the video till the end. Let's start this video. Friends, the first step in growing cherry tomato is preparing the seedling. Now you can either procure from the market ready-made seedling, or you can put your nursery. This is what you see is our nursery, and these plants are now 15 days old. Today is the 16th day. So you can see that we have got almost 100% of the germination, and you can see the growth of the plant into this tray. Now here you can see this each plant having a 2 cotyledons, 2 true leaves, and the third true leaf is about to come. And this is the right stage for transplanting them into the net pot or any other system. Now you can grow tomato in many type of hydroponic system. You can grow it into a media bed with a coco pit or the clay balls, or you can grow it into the media slabs. You can grow it into DFT and of course the D.W.C where we are going to grow. So you can choose the system and transplant the plant accordingly. Now we have prepared this nursery into the coco pit. We have do it with the pure coco pit, and we haven't given any nutrition till date. Now for transplanting, we need to take out the seedling from this tray. Now one thing we must do before taking out the seedling, we must water this tray properly. That will make all the coco pit wet enough, and that will help us when we remove the plant, our coco pit ball will not get spread. So the watering is the first step. After the watering, we can wait for 15-20 minutes. Meanwhile, I'll show you that we are going to transplant them into this type of net cup. This net cup has a one hole into the bottom. So we'll put the plant into center, and we are going to support the plant with the clay balls. These are the clay balls with 8 to 10 millimeter of the size. So we are going to support with the clay balls. You can support with the coco pit also. You can support with the perlite also and any other media. We found clay balls is the most suitable. Now, before removing the plant, we must step the tray lightly, so that we make the ball loosen. All the coco pit sticking to the wall will get loose. Then we need to take out the plant, pull out the plant gently into vertical direction, so that the whole root ball comes out. See, here is a root ball with the root is come out. Then we need to place this plant into center. This care we need to take if we are going to put it with the coco pit. If you want to transfer into the DFT system where the small pipes are there, then you don't want any coco pit to stick on it. So you can wash this coco pit or rinse it into water and then transport with the sponge. But here we are keeping it. Now we are not using coco pit for support. We are using clay balls. So we'll simply fill clay balls all the side. Again tap this lightly. So all the balls will take this position. And here you can see we have planted this tomato plant into this net pot. Now all the net pot, after transplanting, we are going to collect into this tray and fill 5 to 7 millimeter of the water into this tray. This is because this ball will absorb that water. The tomato plant will put the new root into the water, and we will wait for 24 to 48 hours till the plant are stable. Once the plant are stable, then we can transfer them into the D.W.C buckets. These are the D.W.C bucket what we have. So we have a separate section for transplanting them. So first we'll transfer all the plants into this, and after that we'll transfer them into the buckets. where we need to make some care and also prepare the nutrition. So all this detail is going to come into the further part of video. But first we'll complete all the transplantation of this plant into the net pot. So friends, now we have completed our transplanting work of the tomato plant into the net pots. And now it is time to transplant them or the final position into D.W.C bucket. Now before transplanting them into the D.W.C bucket, we need to do certain things to ensure that all the plants set right. So for that, first we have filled all the bucket with the water. So once the water is filled into this bucket, then we need to make the level of the water. So here we are only going to level it to the point we have marked with the marker. This is the point where this net pot is just touching the water. So this will enable water to absorb by the net pot media, and it will supply to the plant, and plant will establish well. So this is the first stage we need to do with the water. Now the second stage is to add the nutrition. Now for adding the nutrition, you must follow the starting formula. So if you are interested in knowing what should be the nutrition formula for the start of the tomato plant, I am going to give you in detail. So please note it down. So for initial part, what we have done, we have kept the nitrogen and potash both equal. We have kept nitrogen at 180 ppm and potash also at 180 ppm into the solution. And the phosphorus we have kept the half the amount, so around 90 ppm. This is for the initial period with the weak solution. Once the plant are established well, flowering will start, we'll change the formula. With this, we have put the calcium around 100 ppm only at present. By the time it develops the flower and fruit will increase. And at the magnesium, we have kept 140 ppm for the initial part, which is also very high because we need to balance the nitrogen. So this is about the macronutrient. This ppm you can make it from the any fertilizer available in your area and make it to this level. This will good enough for the tomato plant for initial vegetative growth. With this, we have added iron, manganese, zinc, copper, boron, molybdenum, all this macronutrient, a pinch of the micronutrient. So around 3 to 4 grams. With this all, we have mixed the water and nutrition well and fill this bucket. Now, these buckets are filled with the nutrition now. Once the nutrition is prepared, we need to check its right concentration. For that, we need to check the two things. One thing we need to check is pH, and second, we need to check its TDS. So pH should be around 6. The good range is 5.8 to 6.2. So we are going to check this pH into this solution. So it is 6.3 to 1, 6. So pH is coming 6, which is perfect. Now if your pH is coming high, you can add some acids or you can add some lime or the vinegar also. And if pH is lower, then you can add some carbonate or bicarbonate and bring the pH to the level. We have calculated a formula in such a way that we normally get the right pH at the start. We are using RO water for this. Now after pH, we must measure the TDS also. So for D.W.C, we must keep the TDS between 700 to 800. That is little above the EC1. So here we are measuring. So it is coming 746. So this is well between the range, and this is a good range to start with. Later on, when the flowering and fruiting stage will start, we can increase this TDS. But right now, this is a good TDS to start with. With this preparation, we are ready to shift the plant into the D.W.C. Now we are covering the lid. So with this, we have all the arrangements set that net cups will be touching to the water. Now here are our plants. So what we'll do, here we have kept it into water only. You can see the water and the plant is established. Same plant we are going to put it into this. We only need to check whether this is touching or not. and you can see that this is touching. The water is getting absorbed. So simple this way, we can put all our plant into the buckets like this. We are going to take 2 plants per bucket. Remaining 2 places we are going to put with some other plants. So right now we are going to complete the sowing of this plant. In each bucket 2 plant each. And this is the simple way we can transplant our homegrown nursery plant or the market brought plants into our D.W.C system. Once this is done, we need to wait for a few days. Once the plants start growing, we need to support them with the trellis. This is very important function, and I will update you at that time how to trellis this tomato plant. With that, I will also tell you that we need to change formulation at the flower stage. So once the flower is appearing or the flower is about to appearing, we need to add some of the nutrition which is good for flowering, and once the fruit starts setting, then we need to add another set of nutrient for getting the good fruit for the longer time. But I will update you with that separate video in upcoming time. But right now we need to complete the sowing of this plant into this D.W.C and start growing this our plant into D.W.C. So friends, how do you like the simple way of growing tomato plant into the D.W.C buckets? Please write me back into the comment box. And if you like this process, what I follow, then please give me the thumb and also share it with your friends. If you haven't subscribed yet, then please subscribe my channel and keep your bell notification button on, so that whenever I put update on the nutrition update or the trellising or another care what we should take, you will get immediately update with the activity. For now, we are just going to complete our sowing. You can also start completing your sowing for the healthy yield. Happy growing!